every single version of you that has ever existed was planned, and you had a soul contract to do it. We're going to stay right here. This is the level that we are manifesting at today. I want you to save this podcast. I want you to share it with all of your friends. I want you to listen to this every single day, multiple times a day, because this is the version of you that you need to hear. That season when you were down and out, it had to happen in order for you to be in this season. This version of you that never, ever, ever knew what to do with themselves, and they felt uncomfortable and out of place. It was so you would learn how to be above the fold, how you would rise above those situations. You wouldn't know that you want to be rich unless you came here insignificantly poverty stricken, knowing what that challenge is like. Every time that somebody put you down, it was so you could build up that armor inside of yourself and know that everything is possible because you are perfect. You came here to incarnate into this soul contract, and you're giving up way too soon. So sis, before, brothers and sisters, before we get into it, he, she, they, them, however you identify, here we are. And this is your season. This is the time where you get to shine. Now, before we go into it, because I want you to know that this is the reason that you came to planet Earth, I want to invite you to join my community, Manifesting Miracles Academy, where every single week we have a live workshop on Monday where I coach you and I help you with your astrology into this week. Every single week we have 2 live workshops in our community where you're going to meet people from around the world. You're going to find your soul tribe. I want to invite you to join my community because we have tons and tons of already recorded audio workshops that you could be listening to improve your life, to raise your vibration, to get into that higher consciousness. And it's right at your fingertips. It's right here in the show notes. And whether it's 2:00 in the morning or 2:00 in the afternoon, MMA is going to help you get through this. You see, this isn't your season of the downfall. You might feel like this is the worst season you've been in. You might think right now it's never been worse. You might be feeling like, oh my gosh, when is this going to end? Could I just get a disease and die? Are the aliens going to come? But I want to invite you to join my community for 2 reasons. 1, there's rants like this and meditations already recorded. 2, I want you to find your soul tribe. 3, I want to have more access to you and I want you to improve and grow. So I make the first month free, not because it's not the value of it, but because I believe and I want to invest in you. Are you ready to invest in you? Let's get into it. You wouldn't know that how delicious expensive food is until you've eaten poor food. I didn't know what loving me was until I could learn how to talk to the inner child inside of me and heal those wounds. Sure, money might be something that I've mastered, but is it the thing that I came here to do? No, and neither did you. You did not come here to give up halfway. You wouldn't have known what wanting to live in a beautiful home was if you were born into a beautiful home, and now you get to manifest it and call it in. And this is the season where everything makes sense. This is the season where everything starts to change. You can feel it inside of your heart. You can feel your heart expanding because you are not giving up on you. I won't let you. This isn't the season for you to reflect on everything that you fear the most. This is the season for you to see those fears as portals. You wouldn't know what it's like to be this powerful version of you if the hunger wasn't real. You wouldn't know what it was like to live in this consciousness if you hadn't actually designed this for you. You know why it felt so hard when you were down and out, and maybe you're down and out right now? Because the point wasn't to keep you in that season or in that chapter. The point was for you to see that as a fucking portal for you to quantum leap right through. This isn't a time for you to sit back and say, oh my gosh, this is too hard. No, babe, you didn't go through all of that just to give up now. You see, before you incarnated here into this planet, into the teaching planet called Earth, you had a whole team, a tribe of people saying, yes, you're going to feel this pain and you're going to feel this suffering and it's going to get worse. And then you're going to feel ugly about yourself and you're going to feel like you don't fit in. Maybe you feel like you're the wrong ethnicity. Maybe you feel like you're in the wrong body. Maybe you feel like you're in the wrong timeline. Maybe you feel like you're in the wrong body and the wrong timeline and the wrong money. But all of those things are not to keep you in that fear state. Stay with me now. Stay with me now. All of those things are to help you co-create a bigger and a stronger and a more powerful version of yourself. The one that doesn't get intimidated by the stressors, but gets motivated by it. How would you know how beautiful you are until you actually fell in love with yourself? Until people criticized you so much that you had to learn that lesson this way. You had to learn to fall in love with those eyes and that nose and the skin and this body, no matter the shape, no matter the age, no matter the closeness to it. You had to learn what poverty felt like so you could go forward and not only receive money, but call it in and know that money loves you. Money is just a reflection of the energy and the worthiness that you have for yourself. How could you know when you were in poverty that you could reach for ultimate wealth until you experienced it? You see, the sole plan for you to come and incarnate into this body, into this timeline, into this season, into this chapter wasn't for you to sit still and be quiet and sit still and look pretty and just survive and be in survival mode for the rest of your incarnation. Your highest self is communicating back to you to be open and ready for the next portal and the next portal, but you are so committed to the version of you that you've always known because the devil you know is better than the future version you're unwilling to fall in love with. The devil you know is better than the version of you that you haven't met yet. That's the amount of sadness that you can handle. But what if that is the end of the barrel and now you get to fill the reservoir up with money, with love, with endless opportunities, with all of the things that you came here to see, feel, and do? My name is Michelle Juanita Lamont. You're listening to Manifesting Miracles. And right now, I know that the biggest version of you is in the room with us right now. And they're looking at you from the quantum field and they're zeroing in and they're saying, we brought you to Michelle Juanita Lamont so you could grow. We brought you to Michelle Juanita Lamont because this is the time and this is the season. We brought you here to Manifesting Miracles not because there's something inherently wrong or broken with you. You're just in a cycle and in a season in which all you can see is what you've already created. You have not met all the people who are going to fall in love with you. You have not met all the people who are going to bring you money. You have not met all of your clients. You have not met all of the people who came to this planet to support you in your journey. There are the soul contract that you have is not for you to diminish and relinquish your power. And for you to become subservient and for you not to see the next step and the next step and the next step. The purpose for you to feel all of those vibrational things is so you would get so fucking uncomfortable in that portal that you would say there's got to be something more. And that is this moment. This is the something more. This is when the money just starts coming in like a magnet and like a magnetic storm and you're the magnet. This is the season where you feel healthy in your skin because every single day you're going to speak to and reach to and talk to and grab onto the healthiest and the biggest version of yourself, the one that ages backwards, the one that feels great in their skin, that one that isn't measuring themselves on a fucking scale. Just like you didn't come here to be an accountant, you didn't come here to keep your whole dynamic physically perfect. You came to survive in it, to thrive in it, to live in it. So start talking to your body like it is going to be endless years of fun. Stop waiting to enjoy your life. You think, oh, when I'll be rich, I'll be happy, but it's not true. When I'm rich, I'll be happy won't happen because you can't see that version of yourself. You're so in love with this broken down, halfway accomplished, middle of the road version of you. Why? It's not your fault. It's not your fault. But now that you've seen this podcast, now that you've heard this testimony, now that you've been introduced to the frequency, to the guide, to me, Michelle Juanita Lamont, what do you do next? How do you fall in love with yourself when you've never known how to do that? How do you become the wealthiest version of yourself when you can barely pay your bills? How do you become the most magnetic and the most beautiful and the most sought after person that you know if you're still living in the lowest frequency that there is of you? Now, you see, every single one of those cycles taught you something. And unfortunately, so many of us believe that the thing that we learned was to fear the next chapter and to fear the next chapter, and that people are bad, and that people are trying to rip us off, and that there's hurt in the world, and there's racism in the world, and there's bigotry in the world, only if you give them your energy. Because on what we focus on, we find. Only if you agree to their contract. I'm talking about your Christ consciousness, the highest version of you, the one that is surrounded by angels and deities and working the system of energy, not their laws, your laws. You've forgotten that you and God are not separate. You've forgotten that with every single down season, that was a portal for the next come up. Energy, your thoughts become your reality because your personal persona becomes your personal reality. Dr. Joe Dispenza. Everything is always working out for us. Always and in all ways. But it's working out in the direction that you're pointing your energy. You see, you're so in love with the version of you that never got a good shake at life that you don't believe that this other version exists because you're unwilling to break the belief. See, you're in a belief loop. And in this loop, good things happen, bad things happen. Good things happen, bad things happen. Maybe bad things happen, then worse things happen. And then bad things happen, and then worse things happen. And all you're trying to do is stay alive until the next paycheck. But that is not what you came here to do. You came here to incarnate and to be all these different fucking versions of yourself. A poor version, a rich version, a skinny version, a fat version, a happy version, a sad version. A loved version, an ignored version, an obsessed version, a nonchalant version. You see, your pages are written with the magnetic ink of every ancestor that stood before you and behind you and waded through all of that so you could be here in this body and in this timeline right now. You don't like the way you look. It took generations and generations of people falling in love with each other, falling in love for this loving version of you to exist. So you better fall in love with that face, baby. Nobody needs to be physically fucking perfect. Nobody needs to be physically fucking perfect. Unless your purpose in life is to be a fitness model. Mine's not. Love it. The version of you that came here to experience all the magic, all the miracles, they're still here. You're just not inviting them in. You are so committed and loyal to the version of you that is stuck behind the wall of fear. You do not understand how to go forward because you don't believe in that portal. Therefore, your energy equals reality and your beliefs equal feelings. And those feelings have emotions and those emotions are tied to your belief system. Well, what if the universe isn't honing in to hurt you? What if the universe is waiting for you to tap into the frequency where you are the best version of yourself, where you do get the things that you want, where all day long money just flows to you? Everywhere you go, people want to talk to you about offerings that you have. Your boss at work wants to upgrade you. That side hustle gives you so much money you can leave the 9 to 5. What if the version of you that's magnetic and magical is just behind the version of you that is sad and depressed and stuck? Because the little child cannot see the bigger picture when we haven't healed those wounds. The biggest version of you that you came here to work with doesn't recognize this frequency. You're out of alignment. You are not in touch with the biggest and the best version of you because fear is your highest self communicating that this magnetic energy holds more than pain and suffering. If you could just get through that ideology, if you could just push yourself past and focus on the magnetic Michelle, the magnetic you, the wealthy you, the beautiful you, the fit you, the adored you, who would you find? What team of light would you conjure up in those crafts that you're doing in jars with candles and words? How can these things appear in your life when you don't give them the energy to show up? The fear is saying this way forward, this way forward, this way forward, this way forward, this way forward. And if you're saying to yourself, well, Michelle, you've just never known what the bottom of the pit feels like. Michelle, you were born with gifts and talents that I don't have. Guess what? You were born with gifts and talents I don't have. And if every page from this day forward is blank, and you need to pull out your magnetic, magical, sparkly pen of energy and start writing and visualizing and casting into your life that every season had a reason and that you had to experience, and it had to be that low point, that suffering, that pain, that abuse, that betrayal, that loss, that inconceivable, undeniable fucking pain. But all of those were versions of you that you had to experience so you could know when you were so poor that when you're rich now and you have all these things and you can buy whatever you want and you feel comfortable in this magnetic love letter of money to the universe, to you, what won't appear? If you could make the worst demons and the worst energies and the worst version of yourself appear, and all of the cast and characters along with that appear, what if you were to turn the dial back to you? Back to the loved you, back to the appreciated you, the blessed you, the protected you, the one that knows that money is just a love letter from the universe sending you little notes along the way. Every time you find a penny, that's just the biggest version of you waking up. Every time an unexpected $5 buy one, get one free energy comes in, that's just you talking to the biggest and the richest version of you. Every time you get a compliment, that's just the most beautiful, healthiest, strongest version of you coming through. Every time you meet somebody and they say, wow, you've had such an interesting life or such a hard life, how'd you do it? You're going to start telling them about the version of you that you're focusing in on now. Because all those versions of you were necessary. All of the pain was necessary. All of the betrayal was necessary. All of the sadness was necessary. And you asked for it. You and your team of light created soul contracts before you came here. You have numerology contracts. You have divination, astrology contracts. You have ancestor contracts. But you are the creator. And so whatever contract you pick up, you're going to find that the universe is going to agree with you. You're going to find that you're so magnetic that if fear was the dominant energy in your life, how quickly can love overtake all of that? How quickly can prosperity rain like rain, money coming into your life? How quickly can the richest, the healthiest, the most beautiful, the happiest, the fun version of you who actually enjoys fucking life? There are just behind every single portal that says you're not enough. It's behind every version of you that you're listening to. And if you created all of that pain and all of that suffering and all of that vitriol and all of that, oh my God, when will it ever be my day energy, then you are so damn close you don't even understand. You're just settled with the devil you know, instead of falling in love with the future version of you that is sitting in the same timeline, in the same energy frequency, experiencing the same life, going, hey, tap me in, I'm ready. Come on, put me in, coach. And if you don't know where to start, join Manifesting Miracles Academy. Every single week on Monday, I give you a live coaching and astrology call for everybody in the community. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do this week, and I'm going to help you walk through it. Every single month, we have 2 live workshops included in the community, and I have a huge hundreds of already taped audio workshops. So if it's 2:00 in the afternoon or 2:00 in the morning, and you need to find out, I need to listen to something to help me get back on track, I got it for you. I need to find something to help me move my money energy, I got it for you. I got a rant on love. I got a rant on your SP. I got a rant on your health. I have built this up so anytime you are not connected to the biggest and the best version of yourself, you can go onto the message board and someone's going to respond. You can go watch and listen to an audio workshop. You can watch a recorded workshop. You have 2 years now. This is my second year of Manifesting Miracles Academy, going into my second year worth of workshops already ready. And I know you're not ready. Sometimes there's a version of you that's not ready to take those next steps. So what did I do? I'm going to tell you right now how I handle that. I'm going to tell you right now what I did for you, because I believe in the version of you that when they were down, they knew there was an up. When they were hungry, they knew there was a buffet. When they were lonely and disconnected from the highest version of themselves, this loving version would find me and I would guide you back. It's not because I'm a phenomenal spiritual guru. It's because I'm a phenomenal teacher and guide. Because I came here for this purpose. Because I'm walking in my truth. And now what are you going to do with that? How are you going to create and co-collaborate in this universe? I want to meet that version of you in my community. I want to see you in my next class. And if you need more help, every single Tuesday, I do a free 10-minute Tuesday so we can discuss, is coaching right for you? Is one-on-one sessions right for you? Is a live class right for you? But if 10 minutes isn't enough, you can pick a 30-minute session, an hour session, a 90-minute session, anytime you need it. And I do live one-on-one coaching. If you've never invested in yourself with a real coach, someone who has skin in the game, someone who has built 3 different $1 million businesses, someone who has manifested celebrities from nothing, went from the orphanage, from trafficked, from pained, from losing all 5 of my pregnancies, from someone who was abused in her marriage, abused in her life, to somebody who was an alcoholic, somebody who was addicted to porn, somebody who had all of these aspects in them, to the version that is now getting paid tens of thousands of dollars to speak on stages with 2 different agents. Someone who has this podcast who is changing your life. And so what I know about you is that you haven't met the version of you that is willing to take a risk in a place because you haven't healed the fear, and so you can't get there. You can only receive what you've healed. And you haven't healed that version yet. So I want to guide you. I want to help you. I want to show you. I want you to see who you've always been, baby. Because no matter what, I believe in you. I believe in the version of you that you haven't met yet, because we haven't written them in the book yet. I'm going to teach you how to spiritually connect with that version of yourself in such a magnetic and powerful way. You are going to sing from the rooftops, and you're going to motivate your daughter, and you're going to motivate your sister and your husband and your significant other and your wife and your girlfriends and yourself. And every future version of you is awakening right now because they sent you to this podcast. Your angels and your guides are sick and tired of you staying in the wrong fucking chapter. You did not incarnate all the way from up there, go through all of these cycles and go through all of these trials and tribulations to stop where you are. All of that mattered, and all of it had to happen for you to meet me, and for this to happen, and for you to level to the energy and to the reality in which you came here to co-collaborate with. You are a powerful fucking creator. And all of it was necessary. Now what are you going to do with it? You've already proven how powerful you are with all the things that you've survived. So what do we do next? We're going to hit that button. We're going to go to michellejlamont.com, 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 because that is going to be your next step towards abundance. You don't know what to do next? I'm going to guide you. You don't know what to do next? Give me a call. You don't know what to do next? Post in the community. Asks people to give you recommendations on books. Meet your soul family. Meet the biggest version of you that you have unwillingly said that you can't have. You see, they've indoctrinated you into a reality in which you never were supposed to create in. You were supposed to be scared. You're supposed to be hopeless. You're supposed to be exactly where you are. But you didn't come here to be a fucking co-collaborator with all that shit. You came here to prove how powerful you are, how magical you are, and how you are the alchemist of your life. And baby, I believe in you. 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 I'm talking to the version of you that you haven't met yet. Come on in. Let's meet them together. My name is Michelle Juanita Lamont, and this has 350 plus episodes already recorded that you can listen to every single day. When you're driving to work, when you're in the shower, when you're on the treadmill, when you're sitting at the desk feeling despondent and disconnected and disillusioned. This podcast exists. I want you to save it. I want you to make it your morning ritual. I want you to listen to it every day. I want you to work out to it. I want you to share it with your friends, and I want you to fucking meet and call in the version of you that has already figured all of this out, because the plan was never for you to stay here and suffer. The plan was for you to alchemize, to take every brick that was thrown at you and make a mansion. There's millions of mansions waiting for you to live in. Which one are you going to live in? You're in the house that you have created because you're not willing to supersede the energy that you've already experienced. And so if this found you on the right day, at the right moment, at the right time, I am going to introduce you to the biggest and the most fearless version of yourself. The one that's collaborating with Creator, not with fear. And I'm going to teach you how to regulate your nervous system. I'm going to teach you how to heal that inner child. I'm going to teach you how to get out of survival mode. And I'm going to teach you to be the badass manifesting master that you have always been. And we're going to turn the dial from low to medium to fucking unbelievable, into magnetic, into magical, into you. Into you've always been. You just never have been willing to meet them. All right, now we're going to close this up like we always do, because we're going to end in that high vibe, babe. You ready? All right, I'm ready. And in 3, 2, 1. Oh, Dolly's ready. Dolly's barking it. So we're going to try to be louder than Dolly. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Us, us, us. Dolly, Dolly. Us, us, us. Again, everything is always working out for us. 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 That's right. Dolly knows it. Wayne knows it. I know it. Your higher self knows it. And now it's time for you. Do me a favor. Join my community. Do me a favor. Help me out. Spread this podcast. Share it with 5 people. I need your help right now. You've listened this far, and now the universe is asking you to share it with your best friend. Share it with your sister. Share it with your mother. Share it with your mother-in-law. Share it with your husband. Share it with your boss. Share it with everybody you can, because this high vibrational frequency is going to move you out of this cycle and into the next. My name is Michelle Juanita Lamont. I love you. I want to guide you back to that version of you. I want to guide you back to your abundance. I want to guide you to the version of you that you haven't met yet. Join right now. Hit the button. It's right there in the show notes. And if not, MichelleJLamont.com, 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 MichelleJLamont.com. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you always and in always. Until next time, my friend, go listen to another episode, and join my magical Manifesting Miracles community with live coaching, networking, and meet your soul community from around the world. You got this, and I got you.